welcome to a short lesson on learning theories. In the beginning, let's think about what a theory is and what is its purpose. Simply put, a theory is an explanation for why or how something happens. So, if we talk about learning theories, we can say that they try to explain how people learn. Theory should not be viewed as something separate from the practical work of teachers. Instead, it is worth considering why learning theories are important for teachers and how they can be useful to them. It is essential to note that understanding theory enables practitioners to reflect on and rethink their practice, and based on that, improve it. Therefore, although awareness about this is not always present, learning theories are an integral part of teaching practice. Of course, the link also works in the opposite direction, and teaching practice informs learning theories. Learning theories have been developing in approximately the last 100 years, and the first ones appeared at the end of the 19th century, in relation to the development of positivism and the scientific method. Each learning theory presents a different perspective on the learning process, and as key learning theories, it is important to mention behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, humanism, and connectivism. Some of these theories are probably more and some less familiar to you, but we will point out the essential characteristics of each of them. Behaviorism was developed at the end of the 19th century as the first major learning theory. It presented one of the first examples of the use of the scientific method to explain human action and learning, with an explanation that could be confirmed empirically. Ivan Pavlov is considered to be the founder of the behaviorist learning theory, and he is known for his theory of classical conditioning. You surely remember the experiment with Pavlov's dog. Another key name is Boris Frederick Skinner, known for the theory of operant conditioning. In behaviorism, what matters are empirical data, observing behavior and measuring. Learning is seen as a behavior demonstrating acquired knowledge and skills. The behaviorist approach is visible in the instructional design based on specific and discrete steps of learning and teaching. Moreover, it is visible in some uses of technology in education, like programmed instruction. Behaviorist techniques are used to encourage desirable and discourage undesirable behavior. In this sense, the most common behaviorist technique is the one that includes punishment and reward. In behaviorism, taxonomies and classifications of learning behavior are considered to be important, and one of the most prominent is Bloom's taxonomy of learning. By the early 1920s, the key limitations of behaviorism were recognized, as it could not explain the majority of social behaviors, which could not be measured, while understanding the mind as a black box. As a response, cognitive theory was developed, which recognizes the importance of the mind in sense-making and looks to understand what is happening in the mind. Cognitivism was developed in parallel with computer science, and the mind was explained as a computer. One of the prominent topics was the model of a learner mentally processing information in a way similar to a computer. In an attempt to replicate the human mind through a computer program, the development of educational technologies such as intelligent tutoring systems and artificial intelligence was seen as important. It was still considered that the primary task of a learner is to acquire what their teacher presents. However, the emphasis was moved from external behavior to internal mental processes and understanding their role in effective learning. Instruction was designed in a prescriptive way, based on the premise of predictability, believing that if a stimulus results in a specific response, that will be the case every time. Therefore, in the cognitivist instructional design, the role of a teacher is to find appropriate stimuli, leading to desired responses. Cognitivism is related to Gagné's instructional design, as well as his taxonomy of learning, similar to Bloom's, linked with learning conditions.